Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in the music. Born in the music. Sun's tantalizing. Rob, hold a mind if you want some good time. And it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low, shake it low. The new sound has been found. And yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a music.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw here.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
You talk about this Miami defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now back to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
A try here for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll start the drive with Dixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The Dolphins at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
But you look at this Bronco defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Dixon trying up the middle.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
21G.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They'll roll him out right.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second down and a yard.
Ready.
Now a handoff right side. It's Dixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Tua going to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here's 2nd and 10.
East right, snarl.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Turbo 1, high. Turbo 1, high. Watson, Oscar. Turbo 1, high.
Tua sets up to pass it. Right side caught by Jackson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it.
Turbo 2. Hey, 21 TA. Running, TX.
Waddle, the motion man right. Tua on 4th down. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
A give running right is Hall to the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On the draw, it's Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He's able to find Melton. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Over the middle. That's caught by Miller. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Miller once more, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll go with the keeper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
All right, come on. Runner, long. 21G. Out.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get set. Scat. Hey. Long.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Solo left Zion. Watson, Oscar. Ready, set.
Here's Tua.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Turbo 1, high. Out.
Now Tua. A dump off for Dixon.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Hey, 21, T8. Go ahead. Get out.
From the gun, it's Tua. Drops it underneath to Dixon. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it.
Go ahead.
Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Let's go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw again. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Ready, set. Scat. Hey.
Tua to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Hey. Solo left Zion. Watson, Oscar.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now 2nd and 9.
Miller, the man in motion.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Maybe in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Miller in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the counter, it's Hall.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
Well, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They come up with 1 timeout and a 2-minute warning to work with. Here's 1st and 10.
21G. Out.
They'll try the counter with Dixon. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, get set. 22 Stinger. Hey, 21 TA.
Now Tua.
Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
TX. 44. Ready.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
Ready.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Throwing Tua.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now first and goal.
Hey, long.
Here's Tua.
And it's caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Down to an knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.